turns? Okay, we'll just practice. All right, friends, let's start in child's pose today. So find your way into your variation of child's pose, whether that's knees nice and wide, knees together, somewhere in between. And then if you want, I always like to move just a little bit before settling into stillness. So it might feel nice to move your hips side to side. Just gonna swivel them side to side. Might feel good to roll your forehead against the ground. Just massage your forehead out for a moment. Eventually find stillness and just allow your body to rest. So there's an active way of being in child's pose. You can actively reach through your fingers. You can actively push the ground away with your fingertips, pressing your hips back. And then there's a passive way of being in child's pose. Your forearms might rest down and you just let the ground hold you completely. So see if you can eventually come to that passive variation of child's pose. Take these first couple moments to just really fully arrive. So everybody has made it here physically. Congratulations. Sometimes that's the hardest part. Now start to bring yourself here completely. So mentally, emotionally, energetically. Just feel into this moment. Let everything else fall away. So feel the ground underneath you. Give your weight to it. Feel the air on your skin, the energy in this space, the energy of being in community. What does that feel like? Notice the rise and fall of each breath. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. And then when you think you are full, see if you can take an extra sip. When you're ready, big open mouth sigh. Just let it go all the way to emptiness. Do that a couple more times. Great big inhale, fill up. Pause at the top. Take an extra sip. Breathe in bigger than you thought you could. And then when you're ready, that big, huge open mouth sigh. Release. Nice job, you guys. One more time. Biggest breath you've taken all day long, all morning long. So fill up every teeny tiny space inside of your body. Hold. And no rush. When you are ready, just that sigh out your mouth. Release. Soften even more. Surrender. Feel your lips. And start to drop into your Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. See if you can start to create that whisper noise, that oceanic sound with your breath. Stay here as long as you would like, just finding your own internal rhythm. Whenever you feel ready to move, take that breath with you. And rise to hands and knees. Just explore in whatever way feels good to you. So intuitive movement is my favorite thing at the beginning of a practice. You can start with cat-cows if you just want to keep it simple to begin with. And then maybe you close your eyes and just feel what would feel good. So you can take big circles with your hips. You can bend one elbow, then the other, both elbows. You can spin your fingers out to the sides or back towards your knees. So absolutely anywhere you want to go from the position of your hands and your knees. If you want to kneel, so you sit back and kneel, take your arms to the sky, stretch side to side, go for it. No right or wrong. Invitation to keep your eyes closed. So out of your head into your body, let go of your thinking, talking, judging mind. So you're not here to judge yourself. You're not here to judge anybody else. You're here to just feel, just experience from the inside. Good, friends. So notice what feels good. Notice what feels tight, what feels stiff. Notice your breath. And then in your next few rounds, no rush, downward facing dog. So find your way back in your own time and even in your own way. And then once you're back in your down dog, just do pretty much the same thing. So keep exploring. Pedal out your heels, maybe shift your weight from side to side. Perhaps shake your head, yes, no. Good job, friends. If you want to lift one leg and then the other, if you want to come forward to a plank and then press back to down dog a couple times. Lots of ways to explore in your downward facing dog. Spread your fingers really wide. Grip the ground with the pads of your fingertips. Find that lift that comes from your center. I always talk about an invisible rope that's attached to your belly button. Imagine it's pulling up towards the ceiling. It's tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So if you can find that connection to center, it helps take weight out of your shoulders, weight out of your wrists and your hands. Can you use your breath to support you? So hone in on your breath, big, spacious inhales that create lightness, buoyancy. Exhales that take you all the way to empty. So find that navel to spine connection, Uddiyana Bandha, is what we call it, at the end of each exhale. You guys look awesome. Nice poses. Take one more huge breath. At the end of your exhalation, just begin to slowly crawl your hands to the back of your yoga mat until you find yourself in a forward fold. So eventually all the weight comes into your feet. Little or big bend in your knees. Bring your feet about hips width distance apart if they're not already there. All 10 toes face forward. Inhale to a halfway lift position. So spine long. Pause right here. Bend your left knee a lot. Left fingertips to the ground underneath your left shoulder and then right arm to the sky. So twist from your center. You're not in a forward fold with a twist. You're in a spinal extension with a twist. So crown reaches forward and then pull your right butt cheek back. See if you can stay rooted through the inner edge of your right foot. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Breathe all the way down the back of your right leg. Take one more deep breath. Use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. Nice breathe. End of your exhale, release and switch sides. So right knee bends a lot, right fingertips on the ground, left arm to the sky. So like you're peeling the left side of your heart open. Reach your left fingertips up, maybe even gaze up. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your left foot as you work your left hip towards the back of the room. So breathe down the length of your left leg. Soften around your hard edges. So anywhere you're tensing up or straining, see if you can relax, soften, breathe into those tight spaces. One more round. Use your exhale to work your twist. End of your exhale, let it go. Forward fold. Give yourself a moment to just hang out. So maybe ragdoll, grab opposite elbows. Maybe hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Give the back of your neck some traction. Take a little sway from side to side or a little bob up and down. So bend your knees a lot if that feels better. Try to keep your weight forward so you're not rocking back into your heels. Yeah, good adjustment. So weight is in your toes and the balls of your feet. And then that invisible rope, it's attached to your belly button. It's pulling straight up towards the sky. So see if you can lift your butt higher. Let the crown of your head move a little closer to the earth. Take one more deep breath. Next time you inhale, halfway lift position one more time. So lengthen your spine, realign. Exhale, bow, fold. Root through your feet, rise all the way to stand. Inhale, arms reach up, big full body stretch. Hands to heart as you exhale, Anjali Mudra. Flow with your breath, high mountain. Inhale, stretch. Lead with your heart, so swan dive down. Hinge at your hips. Slowly take it all the way down into your fold. Good, beautiful, friends. With your inhalation, spinal extension, Ardha Uttanasana. So stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward, back of your neck is long. Exhale, bow, let it go. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart, reverse swan dive to stand. So bend your knees if it feels better. Inhale, reach up. Hands to heart center, exhale. One more time, focus on moving with your breath. Inhale, high mountain, arms to the sky. Reach through your fingertips. Exhale, follow your breath down. So slow swan dive. See if you can take the entire length of your exhale, then release. With your inhalation, halfway lift position, spine nice and long, parallel to the horizon. Nice work. Exhale, let it go. So crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, navel to spine. And then from that place, from your center, rise. Heart leads. Inhale, arms reach up, maybe even gaze up. Hands to heart as you exhale. Nice work, friends. Inhale, take your arms up. And then this time, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. So getting into our shoulders. Roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades hug towards your spine. And then if you want a little more intensity, press your palms together, little bend in your elbows, and imagine your elbows are magnetized, so squeeze them towards each other. Now try to keep all of that and start to reach your hands back away from your body. Maybe add a little back bend. So knuckles towards the ground, heart towards the sky, hug in with your inner thighs and press your hips gently forward. So you're not just lifting your head, but you're lifting your entire heart. Take one more big inhale, breathe into the front of your heart, front of your shoulders. Now keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, slow dive down. Maybe you've got a big bend in your knees, totally fine. Hang out in your forward fold with your fingers interlaced for about 3 rounds. So butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground, and then see if you can lift your knuckles up, possibly even start to reach them forward. If you're pressing your palms and that feels like too much, you can let it go. Just try not to lock out your elbows. Soften your face, neck is relaxed. Shake your head, yes, no, maybe so. One more big inhale, yeah. Exhale, hands to your low back, then release your clasp. Nice and easy, let your arms hang, give them a nice little shake out. Next big inhale, halfway lift position. As you exhale, plant your hands and start to crawl forward slowly and intentionally. So plank position is where you will end up. Shoulders over wrists, hips level with shoulders. Take an inhale at the top of your push-up, and then that invisible rope's pulling up on your belly button. As you exhale, just send your hips up and back. So lengthen your spine, stretch it out. Inhale, rock forward to your high plank. You don't need to move hands or feet, so you can come way forward onto your tippy toes, push the ground away. And then as you exhale from your center, take it up and back. Press back, down dog. This time we'll add a push-up. So inhale, rock forward, high plank. Come to your knees if you want to modify. Exhale, halfway down. Strong arms, strong belly. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Sorry, zoomies. Inhale, push back up. And exhale takes you back, down dog. One more time like that. Inhale, rock it forward. Palakasana, top of a push-up. Chaturanga, hold as you exhale. Awesome, you guys. Inhale, push up. And exhale, stretch it out, down dog. You can hang out here, wait for us, or inhale, come forward one more time. As you exhale, chaturanga, you can lower all the way down. Back bend variation of your choice. You can stay for an extra couple of breaths if it would feel good. And then downward facing dog. Everybody as you're ready, no rush. This is your practice. Be with your body, be with your breath. Let go of judgment and just observe. You've got about 5 rounds in your down dog. Any movement that feels good is welcome, or sometimes just finding stillness and then working on those little teeny tiny micro adjustments, the ones that I can't even see if I'm looking at you, but you feel them inside. Sometimes those change everything about the pose. So keep exploring, stay curious. What does it feel like to spread your fingers more and push through your index fingers and thumbs? What does it feel like to rotate your shoulders externally away from your ears? Find more space there. What does it feel like if you breathe even deeper? Can you feel that connection to center? So stay curious and you will never get bored in a yoga class again. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, empty out for a step or hop, forward fold. Once you have arrived, spinal extension, breathe in like you're gazing over the edge of a diving board. So you're not gazing forward, gaze down. Exhale, fold, let it go. Ha. Root through your feet. Lead with your heart, rise. So reverse swan dive. Inhale, reach and stretch. Nice, Katie. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Connect back with you. All right, my friends. Inhale, arms to the sky. We're going to add just a baby back bend. So as you exhale, cactus your arms. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Lift your heart. So again, not your head, but your heart. Inhale, re-extend your arms up. And then as you exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So bend your knees, swing your arms back. Keep a lift in your heart so you're not rounding and looking at the ground. You're in a little cobra with your heart. So heart is lifted, gaze is forward. Soften your face. Roll your shoulders back and down. Palms face each other or palms face down. So not up, but towards one another or down, and then bend your elbows. Imagine your elbows are magnetized. See if you can squeeze them closer, feel your back muscles fire. Stay where you're at, or option to float up to your tiptoes. So drinking bird, yeah, now you have more range of motion in your legs. Bend your knees more. Lift your heels higher. Last breath. Awesome job, friends. Maybe stay on your tiptoes. Inhale, high mountain. So all the way up as tall as you can grow. Possibly stay on your tiptoes as you slowly dive down. I think it's helpful if you bend your knees, stick your butt out behind you. Good work. Nice. CC, heels on the ground as you breathe in. Halfway lift position. So fill up with your breath. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Vinyasa your way or straight back to down dog. So you can add a couple push-ups. You can take it on your knees. You can substitute cat-cow. Nice, Luke. You can always skip it if you'd rather. So again, your practice, your body, your breath. Check in over and over again with what you need today. Nice job, friends. Ujjayi, strong, powerful. Next, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. So three-legged down dog. Keep your hips square for this one. So that might mean your right leg doesn't lift very high. See if you can be okay with that. Nobody cares how high your right leg goes except for you. So get out of your head, get into your body and just feel into it. Maybe you have a big bend in your left knee and you're on the ball of your left foot, like you're gonna pounce forward. You can press your heart back even further, perhaps lift your right leg even higher. Maybe you wanna work your left heel towards the ground and lengthen through the back of your left leg. If you do so, be sure you don't just sink into your outer left hip. So you don't get lazy, you stay connected. Yes, beautiful, you guys. Strong through your right leg, active through your right foot, like you're stomping it onto the top corner of the back wall. One more inhale, push the ground away. Keep pushing the ground away. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly. You should be on your back, tippy toes. Stay here as you breathe in. See if you can lift higher through your waistline, curl in even more. And then exhale, step through softly, low lunge. Nice work. Take a moment to just stretch through your legs. Anything that feels good. So you can bring your back knee down, you can straighten your front leg, you can open your front hip. Million ways to explore. If all you do is close your eyes, put your awareness in your legs and breathe, awesome, that's perfect. Out of your head, into your body, what is there to feel from the inside? In your next couple of breaths, crescent lunge, rise up when you're ready. Nice, you guys. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. There's definitely an element of balance in crescent lunge. So we find stability by hugging towards midline. So front hip pulls back hip pulls forward, your inner thighs hug in. You've got that strength, that stability in your legs. They're your strong foundation. Upper body is your unique expression. So feel into it, lift through your heart. Reach through your fingertips, maybe even lift your gaze, soften your face, and just feel, what does it feel like to be in crescent lunge right here, right now? Let every other part of your life just fall away. Feel your pose, feel your breath. Take one more big inhale, reach, maybe gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. All right, from here, standing split. So right foot roots down, left leg to the sky. So for a moment, just be here either holding or exploring. So if you want to wrap your right arm behind your right leg, if you want to play with some handstand hops, go for it. Think of this as just a one-legged forward fold. So I really don't care how high your left foot goes. If it's 2 inches away from the ground, that's as far as you can lift it. Perfect. Awesome. Make sure your left foot is active so you can feel your toes. Soften your face. Good. If you're holding, nice, Chris. Draw up with your belly button, that navel to spine connection. You guys look awesome. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, set your left foot down next to right at the top of your yoga mat, forward fold. If you want to give your right leg a quick little shake out, feel free. And then make sure big toes are touching, little gap in between your heels, tuck and curl. So little tiny potato bug ball, butt towards the ground and nose towards your knees. You can either lift your heels high, that'll work the strength in your ankles and your feet, or you can press your heels down towards the ground. That'll work the flexibility in your ankles. Hands can stay down, or balance challenge. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a great big squeeze. So as you exhale, get as small, get as compact as you can. See if you can feel Uddiyana Bandha, your core lock, that navel to spine connection. Take one more great big breath. Nice work, friends. Inhale, good modifications. Halfway lift. So heels down, spine parallel to the ground. Realign. Exhale, fold. Now root through your feet, rise all the way up to stand. Inhale, stretch your arms up and pause. So you're in high mountain. Pause here, root into your right foot and lift your left knee up. Standing staff. Left foot is active. So either flex your toes or point your toes or floint like a Barbie foot. Hug in with your inner thighs for now as you find your balance. Good. Awesome, you guys. You look so good. Take one more big inhale here. As you exhale, figure four. So bring your outer left ankle onto the top of your right thigh. Hands to heart. Sit back into a one-legged chair. So weight is primarily in your right heel. Your butt is reaching back. We're going to hold this one for a few breaths. So if you want to explore, go for it. Maybe you want to bring your hands to the ground, make it more of a forward fold variation. Maybe there's an arm balance in your practice you want to play with. Maybe you twist. So lots of options, or stay right where you're at. If you're falling in and out of the pose over and over again, meet yourself right there. That's why we're here, to just practice, not to perform, not to be perfect. Really good, you guys. Slow, steady breath. So focused and alert, and at the same time, calm and relaxed. Can you embody all of that at once? Focus and alert, calm and relaxed. Slow, deep breaths. One more round. Good job. Slowly come back to standing staff. So just as slow as we came in, come out. Arms to the sky, left knee lifts. If you want, you can extend your left leg forward. Try not to lean back. Take one more inhale. Now listen, as you exhale, you're swinging your left leg all the way around. So left toes come off the right side of your yoga mat. Curtsy squat. Bring your hands to your heart. Bend your knees again. Get low. Try to keep your hips square. So pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Both knees bend. Take some little pulses with your legs up and down, just about 1 or 2 inches of movement. I know your legs are burning, most likely. The heat is building. Send your breath there. Yes. As low as you can go. One more round. You can take a shorter stance if it's easier. Inhale, back to high mountain. So reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, swan dive down, stretching out your spine. So use your dive to stretch the length and then let it go. Beautiful. Halfway lift. Nice range. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you would like, or skip it all together. See you back in down dog, no rush. Nice, Makai. Beautiful movement, beautiful awareness. I love it. Slow, deep breaths. All right, friends, from your down dog, next time you breathe in, take your left leg to the sky, three-legged. So this one, hips stay square. Good, I love the adjustments. Inner thighs face each other. You play around maybe with bending your right knee a lot, like you're gonna pounce forward. So you're on the ball of your right foot, your right knee is bent. Press your heart back, lift your hips higher. You feel like you could just jump forward at any moment. And then what does it feel like if you press your right heel down and stretch through the back of your right leg? You lose engagement if you do that. So just staying curious, exploring every single pose, even these poses that we just think of as transitions. There's so much we can get out of them. One more big inhale. Press through your fingertips. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Keep pressing through your fingertips. Stay here. Breathe in. And then exhale, left foot forward as soft as you can. Good job. Take a moment to just stretch your legs any way you want. So you can do what you did on the other side. You can do something completely different. Don't lose your breath. Out of your head, into your body. So what is there to feel in your next couple rounds? High crescent lunge. So in your crescent lunge, just as in every other pose, we want that balance of effort and ease, softness and strength. So it's not all effort, it's not all strength work, and it's also not all flexibility. You're not just sinking into your lunge as deep as you can. So find that balance, hug towards midline to find stability. And then from your center, can you grow taller through your spine? Can you lift your heart higher? Can you reach through your fingertips? So feel into every single part of the pose, every single part of your body. Let every other part of your life fall away and just be in crescent lunge right here, right now. Breathe into it. Soften around it. One more big inhale. Maybe you reach the millimeter higher. Spread through your fingers. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Left foot is your base, standing splits, right leg floats up. So think of it as just a one-legged forward fold. So it's very different from our three-legged down dog. Most of your weight now is in your left foot. Your hands are just there to help with balance. If you want to play with wrapping left arm behind left leg, or maybe handstand hops, anything that calls to you. Maybe you want to open your hips, take a half moon. So your expression, your exploration, make sure your breath is right there. Thanks, Sydney. If you're holding standing splits, stay connected to your center. So left inner thigh hugs in, belly button lifts up. Soften your face, everybody. Take one more big inhale. Maybe lift your right leg a tiny bit higher. Maybe you spread your toes. Thanks, Rach. And then exhale, set your right foot down next to left, forward fold. If it needs it, give your left leg a nice little shake out. When you're ready, big toes touch, little gap in between your heels, tiny little potato bug ball. So tuck and curl. Heels lift or heels press towards the ground. Arms can wrap around your shins or fingertips stay down. Sometimes I like to keep my fingertips on the ground, but I still want to squeeze. So I cross my wrists in front of me and then I squeeze in with my arms. So get as small as you can with your exhales. And then as you inhale, feel a stretch in your back body and your back ribs. Take one more deep breath. Inhale, halfway lift. So heels down, spine long, realign, stick your butt out. Very nice. Exhale, bow and fold. From the press of your feet, heart leads. Take it all the way to stand, high mountain. Inhale. Now pause. Left foot is your base, right knee floats up, standing stack. So hug in with your inner thighs. Focus your gaze. I know if there's nothing in front of you, it's really hard. So that's your challenge today. That's the game you get to play. So as your inner thighs hug in, it's like you're zipping up a zipper through your midline. See if you can even get taller. Take one more inhale, active through your right toes. Everybody flex them now. And then as you exhale, outer right ankle, top of your left thigh, figure four, hands to heart. Sit back into that one-legged chair. So weight in your left heel. Nice, Liz. You can stay here or feel free to move around a bit. You've got about 5 breaths. Awesome, Lou. So if you want to play with an arm balance, if you want to work into a forward fold or a twist, If your pose is falling in and out 10 times, perfect. Meet yourself right there. No judgment, just observation. So the observation might be, it's really hard to balance on my left foot, or it's really hard to open up my left hip when I'm balancing on my left foot. So just take it in. It's information. It's not bad, it's not good. Last couple of rounds. Keep that flex in your right toes to protect your ankle and your knee. So you're just blocking all the little tendons and ligaments in place. Really nice, you guys. Stay with your breath as slowly as we came in, start to come out. So reach your arms up, lift your right knee up. If you want, you can even extend your right leg. Big inhale, stand tall. Curtsy squat. So articulate through your right hip, swing your right leg around. Right toes off the left side of your mat. It's not as long as a lunge stance, so shorten your stance more than you would for your lunge. Bend your knees, hands to heart, get low. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward, so you're hugging through your inner thighs. Yes, good job. Nice work. Take those little pulses up and down, just a couple inches of movement, so you're staying low, you're breathing slow. Focused and alert, calm and relaxed all at the same time, as low as you can go. Hold here, take one more huge breath. Nice job, friends. High mountain, both feet on your mat, both arms to the sky. Stretch it out. Maybe the tiniest little back bend, and then slow swan dive all the way down. Traction it out, forward fold. Spinal extension, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa your way, or skip it. Meet in down dog. If you'd rather take a child's pose for a moment, please feel free. So take a moment to just reconnect with yourself, kind of recalibrate from the inside. Just notice, feel, observe. Try using your fingers more than your wrists. So in my down dog, everything's in fingers. In plank, fingers. So if you're going like this, you're just in your, you're not doing that bad, but you're in your wrist here. Fingers, fingers, fingers. So think finger strength, hand strength. You don't need to be up, but just like have that intention of pressing all the time. Good job. All right, my friends. We're going to move through that entire sequence, that entire flow, a couple more times. Breath to movement. So that doesn't mean we speed through it without awareness. It means we move slowly with our big, deep breaths. Intentional, mindful movement. If at any time you want to take a little break or you want to do your own thing, absolutely fine with me. It's your practice. So take all of my cues as invitations. If you're in child's pose, join us in down dog. And then if you're coming with me, one more great big inhale into your down dog. Stretch, lengthen. Exhale, gaze forward, step or float, top of your mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, spinal extension. Exhale, bow, fold in, empty out. Press into your feet, lead with your heart. Take it all the way up. Big stretch, breathe in. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, arms to the sky. Baby back bend, cactus your arms, bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze. Hug in with your inner thighs, press your hips gently forward. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Chair plane or drinking bird. So bend your knees, swing your arms back. Maybe rock forward to your tiptoes. Option to stay on tiptoes. Inhale, high mountain, as tall as you can grow. Maybe stay on your tiptoes. Woo, slow swan dive takes you all the way down, forward fold. Nice work, friends. With your inhale, halfway lift. Heels are now on the ground. Spine nice and long. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Keep that exhale going. Chaturanga, lower down. Inhale to peel your heart open. Keep your shoulders back and down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high, spine long. Great big inhale. Take your right leg to the sky. Push the ground away. Exhale, use your core. Keep pushing the ground away. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Good work. Inhale, high crescent. So strong through your legs as you rise. Maybe even gaze up. Tiny little baby back bend, and exhale, hands come down. Right foot roots. Inhale, left leg float. Standing split. Spread through your toes or point through your toes. Active through your toes. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. Set your left foot down next to right. Curl in, get small. Inhale, halfway lift position, heels down, spine long, so lengthen and realign. Exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet, rise to stand. Inhale, reach up, float your left knee up. Figure 4, one-legged chair, hands to heart, sit back, weight in your right heel. Inhale, standing staff. You can extend your left leg if you'd like. And then exhale, curtsy squat. Swing it around slowly, hands to heart, get low. Keep your hips square. Inhale, get high, reach up, high mountain. And exhale, swan dive down. Stick your butt out, reach your heart forward, and release. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back. Chaturanga, keep that exhale going as you lower. Heart peels open with your in-breath. Hips lift, exhale. Good job. Inhale, take your left leg high. Strong through your left leg, active through your left foot. Press through your fingertips. Use your core. Exhale, left knee to your nose. And then step through softly. Rise up, crescent lunge, reach, gaze up. Beautiful. Exhale, slowly bring your hands down. So even transitions, you're not speeding through that. Inhale, standing splits, left foot roots, right leg floats. Spread your toes or point your toes. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. Curl in, get small. Inhale, halfway lift, heels down, stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward, back of your neck long. Exhale, fold in. Root through your feet and rise. Inhale, arms reach up, right knee floats up, standing staff. Figure 4, exhale, hands to heart, sit back into a one-legged chair. Inhale, back to standing staff, option to extend right if you want. And then curtsy squat, swing it around. Exhale, get low, hips stay square, spine stays long. Inhale, reach high. And traction it out as you dive down. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back. Strong arms and belly, lower down. Heart lifts. Inhale. Down dog, or if you want a quick child's pose, you can take it here. Give yourself just a moment. Make sure your breath is still big, spacious, powerful, strong. You can take a couple open mouth sighs if it would help. Just a release of energy. If you're in child's pose, you want to come with us, join us in down dog. One more big inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or light hop, forward fold. Halfway lift with your in-breath. So feel into that length, don't just speed through it. Exhale, fold and bow, navel to spine connection. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart all the way up, arms to the sky. Hands to heart, exhale, last round. So you know it, it's a moving meditation. Inhale, reach. And then baby back bend, cactus your arms, work your back bend, back muscles strong. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. Bend your knees, swing your arms back, maybe float to tiptoes, keep your heart lifted. Inhale, nice Mariah, all the way up, high mountain, as tall as you can grow. Try to touch the ceiling. Maybe stay on your tiptoes, take it all the way down. Awesome, Christine. Slow swan dive. Heels on the ground as you breathe into your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back. Keep that exhale going for your chaturanga. Skip it if you'd rather. Heart lifts with your in-breath. Peel your heart open. Exhale, down dog. Big, huge, deep breaths. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Now listen. You can hold here or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Use your obliques. Inhale, three-legged. Stretch it out. Exhale, right to right. Aim for your armpit. Maybe even add a push-up. Bend your elbows. Don't let your butt drop down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Stretch. Nice. Everybody, exhale, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Step through low lunge. Rise up to your crescent lunge. Arms to the sky. Heart lifts. Gaze lifts. Strong legs. Exhale, bring your hands down slowly. You are not in a hurry. Inhale, left leg floats high, standing splits. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. Curl in, get small, empty out. Inhale, halfway lift position. Heels down, spine long. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet, lead with your heart all the way up. Inhale, arms reach up and left knee floats up. Flex your toes. Exhale, figure four. Sit back, hands to heart. Get low in your legs, weight in your right heel. Inhale, back to standing staff. Perhaps you extend your left. Exhale, curtsy squat. So slowly, intentionally swing your left leg around. Get low, hips stay square. Inhale, get high, stretch it out, high mountain. And use your exhale to traction out your spine. Slow dive down, forward fold. Beautiful, my friends. Inhale into your halfway lift. Stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, or skip it if you'd rather. Good. Inhale, peel your heart open, Cobra Rapta. Exhale, take your hips back. You're almost there. Inhale your left leg high. You can hang out here for a moment. Or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Get as close as you can. Keep pressing through fingertips, navel to spine. Inhale, three-legged. Stretch it out. Slow and intentionally left to left. As high as you can get on your left arm. Maybe you add a little push-up. Inhale, back up. Exhale, curl in, knee to your nose, and then step through, low lunge. Strong legs with your inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, heart lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, bring your hands down slowly, intentionally. Root into your left foot, inhale, right leg floats, standing splits. Nice job, awesome, Christine. Tiny little potato bug ball, curl in, get small. Halfway lift with your in-breath. So heels down, spine long, gaze down, not forward. Exhale, fold in. Breathe through your feet. Last time here, rise all the way up, reach up, right knee lifts up, standing staff. And then exhale, figure four, one-legged chair. Sit back, weight in your left heel. Inhale, standing staff, perhaps extend right leg forward. And then curtsy squat, slowly, intentionally. Right toes off the left side of your mat, get low. High mountain, reach, breathe in and stretch. And slow swan dive, use your exhale to traction out your spine, fold in. Halfway lift, breathe in. And plant your hands, step back to plank, move through your vinyasa however you would like. End up this time in child's pose, embryo pose. Or if you want to use down dog as a pose to come back to your breath, you can. So really just anywhere you want to go that will allow you to reconnect. So simply notice whatever there is to notice inside your body. Notice the energy inside of you. So the energy that's always there, it's just harder to feel. Notice your breath. If your breath has sped up or if you've lost track of it completely, use this time to slow it back down or to bring it back, make it intentional again. Good job, friends. So almost as if we are resetting, we're going back to the very beginning of class. What can you feel inside? Emotions, thoughts. You're not doing anything to change or fix or control. You're just noticing. Wherever you're at, next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Hold in fullness. Put in a little bit extra. Big sigh. Ah. Good job. All right, Ujjayi Breath. Downward facing dog. Okay, big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, step or float, forward fold. Halfway lift position as you breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Root through your feet and rise all the way up. Big stretch at the top, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, so bring your hands to your hips and then keep your right foot where it's at. Step your left foot back a foot or so. It depends how long your legs are. We're setting up for pyramid pose. So I personally like my feet on 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. Some people like their feet on a balance beam with a little angle in their back foot. I feel like it's way harder to get my hips square with that angle in my back foot. It's all wonky. So whatever feels best for you. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Take your arms to the sky. Big inhale here, lift your heart. And then as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine, and maybe your palms press. Start to reach your hands back if it's available to you. And then if you want just the teeniest little back bend, lift your heart, lift your gaze. One more big inhale here. And then as you exhale, I want you to pull your right hip back and reach your heart forward. So exhale, right hip pulls back, heart reaches forward. When you can't hold that anymore, just keep pulling your right hip back and let your upper back round, let your neck relax. So keep working your right hip back, 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 and up, 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 like there's a rope now attached to your right butt cheek, and it's pulling straight up towards the ceiling. See if you can keep lifting your knuckles up, possibly even start to reach them forward. If it feels like too much with this stretch in your shoulders and you just want to focus on the legs, totally fine. Release the arms and just focus on the legs. Right butt cheek up and back. Each exhale, forehead toward shin, nose toward knee, navel towards spine. So that's super important. That navel to spine connection is where your deeper fold comes from that place. So you're using actually your strength to work your flexibility. Take 2 more deep breaths. You guys are doing so good. All right, if you still got your clasp, end of your next exhale, hands to low back, then release your clasp. Fingertips to the ground. So if you need to bend your front knee a ton, that's totally fine. Now we're going to walk our hands forward, float our back leg up, moving into half moon, balancing half moon. So spine long. It's not like our standing splits. It's like a warrior 3. And then we're going to open it up. So left arm to the sky, or maybe left hand to your hip. See if you can really stack left hip on top of right. Keep your back leg strong and powerful. If you want, you can work into the half bow variation, Ardha Chandra Chapasana. Bend your left knee, grab hold of your left foot. So give this posture about 2 more deep breaths. You guys look great. Nice work. Open through your heart, open through your shoulders, open through your hips. Take one last round. If you're holding onto your left foot, slowly release and re-extend. Now listen, friends, warrior two. So slow, intentional transition if possible. Bend your front knee, step your back foot back, and then rise up. You can take a moment to settle in. Your right arm is reaching forward, your left arm is reaching back. Your right toes face forward, your left toes face directly to the left. Wrap your right butt cheek underneath you so that your right knee tracks towards your pinky toe rather than collapsing in towards your big toe. Next time you breathe in, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up, reach up, find length, then reach back. Keep bending into your front knee. This is not a back bend, so draw navel to spine. The side body stretch. Breathe into your right rib cage, your right waistline. If there's a variation you want to take, go for it. 2 more rounds. Awesome job, my friends. Next inhale, back to warrior two. Straighten out your front leg, parallel your feet. So turn all 10 toes to face the windows. Reach your arms to the sky. Breathe in here, and with your own exhale, just dive down slowly, wide-legged straddle position. Your feet should be parallel, all 10 toes face forward, or you can be very, very slightly pigeon-toed. But if your toes are out and your heels are in, you're not getting a stretch through your hamstrings. So make sure to adjust and pay attention to your feet. Make sure you're not rocking into the inner edge of your feet or the outer edge. Make sure you're not rocking back into your heels. Wherever you want to go for a few rounds. So if you want to move and explore, absolutely, you can. You want to just be where you're at and simply breathe, perfect. Really nice, you guys. See if you can lift your butt higher, crown closer to the ground, not so much in your heels, more in the balls of your feet, pads of your toes. Last big breath. All right, fingertips to the ground, and just start to crawl your hands forward. Rotate your toes forward so you're in a low lunge position. 3-legged down dog. So right leg back and up. Take your right leg all the way back and up, and this time open up your hip. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up towards the ceiling. So right hip stacks on top of left. Good. Great place to stay. Stay here and breathe here, or option to flip your dog if you would like. So right foot comes down behind you. Nice, Marriott. And then right arm forward. Awesome, Kathy. Breathe down into your belly. Beautiful, my friends. So those of you in the back bend, strong through your back muscles. Hug your back muscles around your spine. Give it one last breath. Beautiful. Come back, everyone. Regular down dog. Just walk it out. If you want to move through a vinyasa on your own, feel free. Just kind of reset. That's right. Reconnect. So stay here. I know when we get towards the end of class, it's so easy to wander off somewhere else. Stay present. Stay with your body. Stay with your breath. One more big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your mat. Step or float. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold and back. Root through your feet all the way to stand. Rise. Big stretch at the top. Breathe in. Hands to heart. Exhale. All right. Hands to hips. Left foot stays rooted. Right foot steps back a foot or so for pyramid pose on this side. So take a moment to feel into your hips. How can you get them square? What stance works best for you? Left hip pulls back. Right hip pulls forward. So if we had a ruler at the front of our hips, we want both hips touching that ruler. Take your arms to the sky. Breathe in here, lift your heart, and then as you exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and then just for funsies, switch them to one finger over. So it's gonna feel a little bit funky, a little bit unnatural. See if you can be okay with that. Start to work your shoulders back and down, start to work your hands back, and then maybe even that little baby back bend, heart lifts. Keep pulling your left hip back. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, heart leads, left hip pulls back, right hip moves forward, heart moves forward all the way down. When you can't, work that length anymore, you can't hold that length, then let your neck relax, let your upper back round. Forehead towards shin, nose toward knee, navel towards spine. You want to use blocks under your hands, so let go of your hands and just focus on the legs. Totally fine with me, you guys. So whatever feels most skillful for you. Good job. Every single exhale, that's your invitation to dive a little deeper, to fold a little further. So from the inside, navel to spine connection. Good job, friends. Let's take about 2 more. If you've still got your fingers interlaced, lift your left butt cheek, lift your knuckles. Work that stretch even in the front of your shoulders. So your shoulders are opening, but your chin is moving towards your chest. Jalandhara Bandha, your throat lock. Take one last big, huge inhale, everybody. Work your fold as you exhale. At the end of your exhale, hands to low back if you still got your clasp, and then release. Bend into your front knee, fingertips to the ground. Start to crawl your hands forward. So your spine lengthens and your back leg floats up. It's like you're in a warrior 3 with your hands on the ground or hands on blocks. And then start to open up as you are ready. So your left hand's gonna stay down. Right arm reaches up, or maybe right hand to your right hip as you peel open. So right hip stacks on top of left. Back leg strong. If it feels like your back leg weighs 1,000,000 pounds, it means you're not engaging any of your muscles. So use the muscles in your leg. If you want to take the bound variation, bend your right knee, reach back, see if you can grab hold of your foot. About 2 more rounds of breath. Nice, Katie. Good. Like you're stomping your back foot onto the back wall. Awesome, Lou. Beautiful, friends. If you are holding your right foot, slowly release it. Everybody, 1 more inhale. And then as you exhale, warrior 2. So bend your front knee and slowly, as gracefully as you can, step back, rise up. And if it didn't feel graceful, nobody cares. Left toes forward, right toes to the right. Rather than sticking your butt out, wrap your left butt cheek underneath you. The left knee is tracking towards your pinky toe. Press into the outer edges of both feet. Next inhalation, reverse warrior. So front palm rotates up. Reach up, lengthen through your left side. Reach back. Keep bending deeply into your front knee. Yeah. Keep pressing into the outer edge of back foot. Back leg should feel strong. Breathe into left rib cage, the space between your ribs. Breathe into your left waistline. Make it longer. Take 1 more big, huge inhale. Exhale back to your warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Parallel your feet. On an in-breath, take your arms to the sky. And then exhale, swan dive down, wide-legged forward fold. Anywhere you want to go. You can do what you did on the other side. You can do something totally different. Make sure your breath is right there with you. Really nice, friends. Stay in your body. Notice, feel, observe, focused and alert, calm and relaxed all at the same time. You embody that. Last couple rounds here. And wherever you are at, fingertips to the ground, bend your knees if needed. And then start to crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward so you're in a low lunge position. 3-legged down dog. So take your left leg back and up, open up through your hip, bend your left knee, peel your left hip over, or peel your left hip open so it stacks on top of right. Good, great place to stay. Or option to flip your dog, wild thing or flip dog. So for wild thing, left tip toes come down, outer edge of right foot presses down. For flip dog, both feet are flat on the ground. So they're just different poses, neither is right or wrong. Find yours. Take 1 more huge breath, heart forward, hips lift. Breathe down into your low belly. End of your exhale, regular down dog. Everybody walk it out. And then go ahead and just lower your knees, come into a child's pose. Slow, steady Ujjayi breath. Yeah, maybe swivel your hips, maybe roll your forehead side to side, massage your third eye. All right, let's rise up to hands and knees and come into a seat. So you can either take supine pigeon. So if you know that supine pigeon is what works best, this is where you're gonna go, right ankle on top of left thigh. Otherwise, I'm gonna give you some seated options. So first option is left leg extended, right shin or right outer ankle on top of your thigh, sitting up tall or working into a forward fold. Second option is double pigeon or fire log pose. So make sure your foot's not inside your calf. Your outer ankle is on your inner knee. Your shins are parallel. Your feet are active. You can either sit up tall, or if your top knee is level with your hips, work into a fold. So heart forward, butt back. Good, yeah. All variations are welcome. So if there's something that I didn't mention that you want to try, feel free. Good. Don't force anything. So the more we force poses in yoga, I think it's just totally counterproductive to what we're trying to do. So we're not trying to crank our bodies into these poses that don't actually work for us, that don't actually do anything good for us. We're trying to adjust the pose to work for our body so that our body can get what it needs. Take about 5 more deep breaths. And if you choose to take a couple different variations, maybe you start in a seat and end up on your back, awesome. Keep your ankle strong. So your right ankle, it's like it's in a ski boot or a ice skate. Right toes active. And what that does, it locks all the little tendons and ligaments in place. You're not pulling those tendons and ligaments around your ankle joint or around your knee joint. If you are on the ground and you want to rock a little bit side to side, if you're in double pigeon, sometimes I like to add a twist. So you could twist so that your, let's see, your right elbow, your right tricep would come to the sole of your right foot. You twist to the left. Yeah. Last couple of rounds. See if you can breathe even bigger, even deeper. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. If you are in a forward fold variation, end of your next exhale, just slowly roll it up 1 vertebra at a time. Head comes up very last. If you're on your back, you can stay there. Take any poses in between sides to neutralize. If you're in a seat, lean back, uncross your legs, give them a little shake out. And then before moving to the other side, take a reverse tabletop. So feet on the ground with your knees bent, heels line up straight down from your knees, all 10 toes face forward, feet are hips width distance apart, fingers face towards your hips. Make sure you're spreading your fingers, pressing into your fingertips, especially thumbs and index. Roll your shoulders back and down, lift your heart, and then if you would like, lift your hips. As you lift your hips, don't let your thumbs and index fingers lift. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Keep rolling them back and down. Hug in with your inner thighs, and then press down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet. Try not to strain through your neck. Take one more big inhale, lift. Exhale, let it go. Come down. Good job. Other side with your hip stretch. So choose whatever you want to choose on this side. Probably the same variation, but maybe this side feels different. So honor that. Maybe you're just like, I'm ready to lay down on my back, and you want to lay down on your back. Awesome. Slow, deep breath. That activation through your left toes, ankles strong. And if this is uncomfortable, rather than thinking, oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable, I wish we could get out of this, I wonder how much longer we have to be here, just let yourself be with it. The more you resist, the more you suffer. The more you resist, the more you hate every second of it. So just let go of control, be where you are at, and simply breathe. Tell your body, it's okay, you're safe, you can relax. So those exhales, a little bit longer than inhales, that'll calm your central nervous system. That'll put you in your parasympathetic nervous system. Take your last couple of rounds on this side. And if you are in a forward fold variation, end of your next exhale, nice and easy, roll up one vertebra at a time. Go ahead, lean back to uncross your legs as you're ready. And then everybody just lower onto your back, end up down on your back. Once you're there, windshield wiper with your knees. So if it feels good to draw your knees in, give them a little squeeze or anything like that, feel free. But eventually, either tee out your arms or cactus your arms against the ground. And feet nice and wide. So taking your feet wider than your hips opens up space in your low back. Just let your knees move from side to side. Yeah. And feel that mobility in your hips, in your low back. Next time your knees fall to the right, keep them there. You can bring the outer edge of your right foot to the outside of your left knee to intensify it just a little bit. If there's a different variation of a twist that you would rather take, choice is yours. If you have your outer right foot on the outside of your left knee, use your right leg to gently encourage your left knee forward and down. If your left rib cage lifts a lot, that's okay, but have the intention of working the back of your left ribs down. Shoulders open, square towards the sky. Take a couple more deep breaths. And then as you're ready, slowly find your way to the other side. So knees to the left, outer edge of left foot, if you would lie, or excuse me, outer edge of right foot. Wait, outer edge of left foot, outside of your right knee. Christine's confusing me right here. And just breathe. If your right rib cage is lifting a lot, totally fine, but see if you can work the back of your right rib just a little closer to the earth. Lengthen from your right shoulder down to your right hip, from your right hip down to your right knee. And when you feel pretty close to even on both sides, bring it back to center. And for just a moment, let your feet stay out wide, but let both of your knees fall in towards each other. So by letting your knees fall in, keeping your feet wide, that opens up some space in your low back and your pelvic bowl. So breathe down into that space. Maybe close your eyes and just rest here for a moment. Feel the ground underneath you. Let it hold more of you. Good, friends. If this feels really nice, maybe this is where you stay for the rest of class. If a happy baby would feel good, move into a happy baby as a finishing pose. Or if there are any other finishing poses, any other last movements, anything else your body is still craving, it doesn't even have to be a yoga pose. Take about 5 to 10 breaths to move through those. My thought for you is simple today. It's about perfectionism. And I think a lot of us struggle with perfectionism. I know I do. And it just says gravitating towards and using perfectionism can be a coping mechanism rooted in not believing you will ever be enough. So just an interesting thought. We do not ever have to be perfect. When you show up on your mat, you're not showing up on your mat to be perfect. You're not showing up on your mat to do every single pose completely, perfectly, and amazingly. You're showing up to just be present with yourself and to accept yourself exactly as you are, where you are. We can learn to do that in our practice, on our mats, more and more. It starts to transfer into our life. So in your life, you do not have to do everything perfectly. It would be boring if we could all do everything perfectly. So let go of that. Allow yourself to mess up sometimes, to make mistakes, to fail. Accept yourself exactly as you are, perfectly imperfect. Right here, right now. For these last few moments, your breath can become effortless. And just rest in that space of I am enough, exactly as I am. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And slowly bringing gentle movement back into your physical body. Sometimes I think it feels nice to give myself a little temple massage, forehead massage. As you're ready, just roll to either side, fetal position. And take just one last moment, resting on your side body, curling into yourself this nurturing pose. And just let the energy of your practice, the effort of your practice, as you rest here, just let it kind of sink in and absorb in, maybe visualize that in some way. And then moving slowly, use the strength of your arms to guide you up into seated meditation. So just sitting up nice and tall with your eyes closed. Soft through your face, long through your neck, soft through your shoulders. Gather your hands to your heart and just bow your head to your heart. Acknowledge yourself for taking time out of your day today to be here, to show up on your mat, to tune in and connect with a deeper part of yourself. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here. If you have questions, you can always ask. If you want to come on any of my yoga retreats, you should ask, because I need people. Mexico in August. Great. Why don't you come? Little fart. I mean, you could do that, but I don't know. It's up to you more so. Like, if that's not worth it for you, but you could totally do that. The third only thing that's happening is like, you're like, come. The only thing that's happening on the third is but I also get it. You're like, but you should just be like, bye, Mom. Bye, Mom. Love you. Love you.